There you go again. Another Instagram update. 2 updates in a row, if you will. And this time, it's actually kind of bad, specifically for people running bots or other automated systems. So let's get into that really quick. Right, so welcome back, my friends. And let me get straight into this whole thing. There's been another update. There's been some things that have been happening in the Instagram marketing world as of last week. And I just want to give you my thoughts. I just want to tell you what I think is happening right now, what this whole update means for Instagram marketers, because obviously I'm an Instagram marketer myself. I am having a Instagram marketing agency here, so I mainly rely that Instagram's working as it's supposed to work. And now they're kind of trying to steer things up. They're trying to make things, let's just say, different. So let me tell you my stance on what's happening. By the way, it's freaking hot inside here. So there's the AC running. Probably you hear it. Just bear with me for a second. I just want to get this out. So you probably have noticed that in the last week, there's been some issues with Instagram. You might have went into some people, followed someone, and then all of a sudden Instagram was like, nope, you can't follow this because your action is blocked. It's all bad. You're a spammer. We kind of hate you. Go away. You can't follow anyone for a week, for days. We don't know. And this whole thing was probably supposed to happen because of spammers, because of botters. And let me get into the botters in a second. But coincidentally, it's not just botters, people who use bots extensively who are being affected by this update. What I notice across the board is that people from across the world, people who might have used bots before, who still might use some sort of bots, in a light sort of way, they're still being affected. They're still being affected, and it's not possible to really do Instagram as it's supposed to be done, namely following people, interacting with people. And even though they kind of want to interact with people in a real way, taking out their phones, following people, it's still not possible for them. And for example, I have a friend. She just told me yesterday that she met some people, and she exchanged Instagram. And she wanted to follow them afterwards, but she couldn't. So she couldn't follow back even real people because of this weird action block that's been happening. So to answer the question, what's really going on, we have to kind of go inside the minds of Instagram themselves. Instagram, what they're trying to do, where are they trying to go? Probably it's because of some sort of monetization thing going on in the background. Maybe they have some pressure from advertisers. Maybe they are looking to expand their whole advertising platform a little bit further. Trying to make it Facebook 2.0, because we know there's been a huge engagement drop happening before that, and now all of a sudden people can't follow people anymore. Now, like I said, maybe there's something going on in the background. Maybe they have to do that to justify some ad. Maybe they have some negotiation with some ad partners, kind of like the YouTube adpocalypse or whatever. But you never know. Anyway, the thing they're trying to go against is obviously botters, people who use automated software to drive up their engagement. If you watched one of my videos from somewhere this year, I actually figured out that they did some testing with specific botting activities, also with specific like exchange activities, like field groups and stuff like that. They were actually measuring what's going on. Did someone inflate their likes? Did someone participate in some power liking service or other bots or other stuff like that? They were monitoring that. And this research was 1 year ago, and only 1 year later they kind of published it. So we're sure that they've done a lot of other testing here. So let's start with the good news, because usually people start with the bad news, but the good news is actually that I'm pretty sure that this thing is going to resolve itself within the next maybe even couple of days. I noticed that Instagram was down yesterday. It's been up and down, all across the board. One day it's kind of up, then it's kind of down again for some people. So I'm sure they're tweaking something in the back. Maybe it was even an intern who, messed up some code or something like that. We don't know. Probably not. So I'm sure it will go back to pretty much normal anyway. And in a few days, if you see back into the past, there's been things like that happening last year and the year before. Last year there was a big like block, if you remember that. You could not like people anymore. What I think is they try to test the waters. They try to test the waters. What are the spammers doing? What are the botters doing? What are the people using automation doing? How are they reacting to it? And how is it going to behave with their platform, if you know what I mean? Last year, obviously, they cut it really deep. And people were not allowed to like other posts anymore. It was a little bit too much, but probably they were just testing the waters, so they rolled that kind of back, and now it's back to normal again. Probably now it's the same thing again. Maybe with the action blocks, they're actually testing out. Are the people still doing? Are there still some signals coming from bots? Liking other posts. Maybe with this action block message, they have some sort of way of figuring out what kind of bot is this, figuring out what's the real thing that they're using, what's the real methods that they're using. Maybe they're using that as some sort of a gateway to figure out what's really happening. Probably it is like that. Actually, I'm just putting out wild guesses. Still, that shows us that they're actively going against people who use bots, people who use automation. And I kind of have a suspicion that anyone who did some shady stuff with bots, or even fuel groups. It could be that these follow blocks happen just to people who did some sort of power liking or anything like that. Could be. I don't know the data. Maybe you can tell me. Do you have an action block right now? Do you have a follow block right now? Did you use a bot in the past, or are you using a bot right now? You can be totally honest. I know I kind of hate specific bots, but to be honest, we're just trying to get data here. We're just trying to help all of you guys out. So what's the gist of this whole thing? What are they trying to do? Where is Instagram, heading towards? I personally believe Instagram is really heading towards trying to make this platform a lot cleaner. They see that without botters and without automation, they actually might miss out a lot of revenue. Because let's just face it how it is. A lot of engagement. Real engagement is happening because of bots. We're not talking about these bot farms in India where thousands of phones or bots are just liking some pictures for nothing. No, we're talking about bots to send out signals, send out social signals, kind of in a growth hacking way, to get people to notice your profile, stuff like that. For example, in my marketing agency, we of course do have growth hacking strategies where we grow people with 300-400 likes a day, followers a day, sometimes 1,000 followers a day, sometimes 100 followers a day. But for that, of course, we use specific kinds of systems, specific kinds of automation software. In our case, we've developed it ourselves. But still, that's not good, and it's actually not good for my business here as well, because right now things have to get toned down a lot. And maybe all of the untraditional marketing agencies that do growth hacking, people, freelancers that specify in Instagram growth, stuff like that, maybe it's the end of it. Maybe that was just a nice phase to do things like that, to kind of test the waters, kind of do some growth hacking strategies, and now that's it. Could be, I don't know. Anyway, I think still this is going to resolve sooner or later. Don't throw away your nerves. In a way, it's kind of funny that these things are happening, because you can see all across the internet, people are going crazily mad. They're like, oh no, I have to quit. I have to start working a regular job again. Oh no, I don't have likes anymore in my Instagram pictures, whatever. And you can just see that it's really, really funny. And you can actually just see that how many people depend on one platform, which is Instagram, be it for their ego or self-worth, whatever, or for actually their wallet, which I partly am, relying on Instagram. Obviously, I have multiple streams of income if you're interested in that. But still, very, very interesting. So, concluding that, don't be too alarmed. Of course, be a little bit alarmed, but don't throw away your nerves. It's going to be fine in some sort of way. If you're an Instagram marketer, there's going to be some new methods, some new possibilities. If you can see back there, you probably can't. Don't look. We've been actually doing some pretty interesting brainstorming sessions today to actually come up with alternative strategies to growth hack your Instagram account to boost up. What the hell is going on? Sometimes that's really interesting. Whatever, to boost up your authority. been doing a lot of interesting thinking, but I'm gonna have to do a lot of testing in the next few days. So it's definitely interesting, and for someone like me, I actually like that these things are happening. Like I said, change is always kind of nice. So my friends, this was another update, another strange update. As I said, this video is totally unprepared, as you can probably notice. I don't care. Well, just wanted to update you. Just wanted to let you know that everything's gonna be fine in some sort of way. We're gonna see. Anyway, so if you're new here, by the way, my name is Dominik. I usually talk about social media marketing, about building a sustainable personal brand through YouTube, through Instagram. Building up a real sustainable foundation, so that you can maybe even live off of your personal brand with a small following. For example, maybe you already have a small following and kind of want to know where to go. The best address for this is hitting that subscribe button right here. And if you actually want to take it to the next level, if you actually want to figure out ways how to, strategies how you can use your personal brand or grow your personal brand with your skill set, whatever, to really interesting levels, to be able to quit your job, to basically live an awesome life, just go to heyDominik.com. There's an application. We're having a mentorship program right now. So fill out the application. There's a free 30-minute consulting call, even if you fill out the application. If we take you, obviously if spots are available, but you're gonna see. And well, other than that, I'm gonna see you hopefully tomorrow, actually, because I have some other videos planned. Just so much work here because of this update mess. Anyway, my friends, my name is Dominik. My voice is cracking out because I've been working 12 and a half hours now today. Anyway, I'll see you later, my friends. Bye-bye. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, my Instagram. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.